Currumbin Wildlife Hospital has been seeing patients like this on a daily basis.
She's literally just arrived in the hospital 5 minutes ago.
A flying fox brought in by a member of the public after being discovered in a pot plant.
Now it's a case of doing a really thorough workup, get a full series of x-rays, and if there's no evidence of trauma, then it's very likely that it's paralysis syndrome that we're dealing with.
It's just crazy that she's got her little baby on her as well.
Yeah.
Are they coming in with paralysis as well?
We tend to see it's more an adult thing.
Yeah, okay.
We don't have a test for paralysis. It's a case of ruling out everything else that leaves us with knowing that it must be paralysis. She certainly had a bit of fight in her and a bit of energy when she was admitted. So a lot of the paralysis ones, we're literally seeing they almost can't move at all. They can't blink. So we've caught her relatively early.
The cause of paralysis is still a mystery, and researchers have been looking for one for 4 years. Dr. Alison Peel has been studying it for 3 of those years.
What we're working on now is that it's environmental toxin. So that could be anything from a naturally occurring toxin that's produced by plants or bacteria or fungi or algae, or whether there's flies that might transmit the toxin to fruit.
Data from the Currumbin Wildlife Hospital shared with us reveals that December was their busiest month on record, with more than 2,500 animals admitted. 248 of them were bats and 1,208 were rainbow lorikeets, most of them suffering from paralysis. Alison says they can predict that paralysis events will occur during certain summers.
It seems to be in warm summers, but where there is a lot of rain as well.
The Wildlife Hospital often relies on members of the public to rescue and rehabilitate the animals. Rhiannon is the president of Bats Queensland, an organisation that does exactly that.
So this is little Flower. So Flower's mum unfortunately did pass away from flying-fox-paralysis.
What is this in little Flower's mouth?
This is actually a dummy. In the wild, she would be on mum's nipple nearly 24/7. So this is actually the same dummy as people would get, just a little scaled down version of it, just to keep her happy and nice and calm and feel like she's with mum as well.
What's your favourite fact about bats?
That they have big hearts.
Really?
Yes, they have massive hearts, quite literally, because of the high demand of flying, and it takes up most of their chest as well. So massive hearts on them, and they act like it as well.
Rhiannon has 27 bats in her apartment. Most of them, like Flower, have been orphaned after losing their parents to paralysis. Bats are nocturnal, so Rhiannon wakes up at midnight to feed them. Then, again, at 4 a.m.
I can't go out over night time. I have to come home and look after the bats and feed them.
Bats face a long road to recovery after suffering paralysis.
It can be weeks because they haven't been moving for so long. They've lost a lot of their body condition and their muscle as well, so you almost have to retrain them how to fly.
Mark Sanders and his wife Sonia are on the front lines of bat rescue operations. We came along with them on one of their night patrols looking for paralysed bats.
We get there about 5 o'clock at night and we don't leave there till about 12 to 2 o'clock in the morning.
How many bats would you be rescuing in a night?
Some nights 20 to 40. Depends how many's in the colony that we need to go rescue. He's right there. So you got that one and you got that one there.
What are the symptoms of the bats when they're in full paralysis mode?
They stay still. You watch their eyes and their ears. They're about the only things that can really move. The rest of them just stay still.
Really?
And a lot of them got open mouth with the tongue sticking out too. That's not a good sign.
Okay.
Because they're trying to breathe in, but they're not breathing properly.
But tonight?
All good so far.
Okay, so far?
Yep, all good.
Okay, the colony is doing okay.
Yep.
Be good, yes.
Yes.
While it seems like the worst is over for bat paralysis this season, the mystery surrounding its cause makes it hard to prevent future outbreaks.
We rely on birds and insects to pollinate our forests and our tree plants, which is great. The real benefit of flying foxes is that they do that, but over really large distances. So if we lose large numbers of them, then we will lose that very large ecosystem role that they play.
We're happy to report the mum and pup are doing much better now and are in Rhiannon's care.
Why do you do it?
Because I love them. It gives me a great sense of purpose to be able to help them. I don't think I could live with myself knowing that there were bats out there that needed help.